Hi, my name is Helge Maus from pixeltrain. Some time ago I recorded some tutorials about Cryptomatte inside of Houdini and Cinema 4D. As a compositing solution I used Nuke on the other side. Some of my trainings clients from Fusion asked me if it's also possible to use the Cryptomatte technology inside of Fusion, and more interesting, inside of the free version of Fusion. So I thought, let's make a tutorial out of that and bring you some more exciting news, because I can show you in this tutorial not only Cryptomatte but also the great Reactor plugin. So let's get started. Like I've said, I recorded these tutorials and I generated Cryptomattes from Houdini and also from Arnold inside of Cinema 4D. I don't explain what Cryptomatte is exactly here and how you use it in compositing. I only show you how to get it and how you get your first start with Cryptomatte. If you want to learn more about Cryptomatte, you can use this tutorial here. I will post the link in the description and also the description for the Cinema 4D tutorial. So what is Cryptomatte in short? Cryptomatte is developed at PsyOp from Jonah Friedman and Andy Jones, and it's a really incredible technology where you can pull mattes while you are comping. So you don't have to plan all your mattes inside of the 3D application. You can output Cryptomatte informations, and while you are compositing, you can generate your mattes. Cryptomatte is available in a broad range of renderers meanwhile, and also in a broad range here of compositing solutions. One of this is Nuke, and the other one here, thanks to these guys here, is inside of Fusion. And if you want to read more about Cryptomatte, you can start here with the demo video here and read a little bit about Cryptomatte. And here you also find the download for the Fusion side. But like I've said, sometimes installations inside of Fusion are not so obvious for people who really want to work creative. And on this side, there's good news. You will find here a plugin which is made by VFX. And here's the thread on Stake Underwater, where you can learn about Reactor. Reactor is a really useful tool because it installs inside of your Fusion application, it can be the free one or the studio version, a repository of all the available plugins for Fusion, or many of them. And the only thing you have to do to install it is you download this installer script here. It's a Lua script, and I've downloaded it for you here. It's on my desktop. And now you start your Fusion installation. Like I've said, it also works in the free version. You go here to the console. I can clear it out. And now you only have to drag this Reactor installer Lua script into this console. You see the installer script starts, and it's all about installing and relaunching your Fusion. That's easy. I've done this before. So after the first start now, you find here a Reactor menu, and every time you go now to the Reactor and open it, it updates itself. So you see an update Reactor core. That's really nice. And also it updates the repository of all the plugins, macros, templates, and all the stuff you can install through the Reactor. And now you see this is all the available stuff here, and also the great authors here, and where you find more informations about them. And if you now want to install something, in our case we want to install Cryptomatte, you have to search for it. You can go here through the different folders here because you think, for example, it's a tool and it has to do something with mattes, so it maybe is in this folder here, and you're right, there's Cryptomatte. But also you can go here with the search button, you can see all the installed ones and also the tools and the scripts which have been updated so that you can update them really fast from this menu on. So Reactor is really a great tool. Thanks for the developers. So if you want to install something, you go here, for example, to the mattes, go to Cryptomatte, click here on install. I've installed Cryptomatte, so I don't have to install it again. If it's changed, you will see it here. You can update this, but I want to show you how installation works. So let's go here, for example, to effects, and I say, I want to have Colorama. If you select this, you can read a little bit about this plugin, what it does, and where you find more information. If you want to install, click here to install. It takes a while, so an atom is now downloaded, installed, and that's it. After you've changed something inside of the Reactor, you have to restart your Fusion. That's easy. Restart Fusion. And as a side note, yes, Reactor also works in DaVinci Resolve. So you also can use this Reactor plugin inside of Resolve, which is really, really useful. We are back, and now we want to talk about Cryptomatte. You find here under Matte now your Cryptomatte plugin, and to work with this, we need something here as a plate. So we take rendering, and also my Cryptomattes. Sometimes the Cryptomattes are embedded inside the EXR. Sometimes they are separate, like Houdini does it. So it's the same process. You bring them into your Fusion script, and we don't need the merge at the moment. So this is the rendering. And you will see, the rendering looks really, really dark. The reason for this is a Gamma 1 image. It's an EXR. And for this, I want to work with Gamma 1. I go here to my LUTs, say I want to have 709, and activate my LUT. And the same setting I use on the other viewer, so 709 and LUT. If you don't have these settings, you can use Reactor, because these settings here are also stored inside of Reactor, and you can download them as I showed you for the other plugins. Okay, now in this image here, we don't have any Cryptomattes. The Cryptomattes are separate, so drag them over, and Cryptomatte look something like that. It's a little bit cryptic. And the idea behind this is that here inside of the different channels are special hashes which you can use to generate mattes on the fly. And for this, we need the Cryptomatte tool. So add the Cryptomatte tool here. Drag it over. Don't forget this. And now you see that this tool here comes with crypto layers. I've embedded objects and materials in the same stream. And you can see here now that this slider here is on number 1, and this is crypto object. If I slider this over, it pops over to 2, and this is the crypto material. So you can decide what you want to read out. In my case, I want to read out first objects. And in the next step, I say I want, for example, to correct the trees here. And for this, I can now take this widget here, this picker, and place it somewhere over the trees. Okay. And to now add this to my matte list, you have only to go here to the Add button. You see the matte list is empty in the moment. You click Add, and that's it. You see exactly the path inside of Houdini where these trees are hosted under the object context trees, and they are highlighted now inside here of my viewport. In the background, it generated a matte. So if you are here in the viewer and press the A key for the alpha channel, you see now an absolutely accurate alpha channel here for the trees. That's exactly what I'm after. But the cool thing is you also can add more than one object to this matte list. For example, you go now here and say, I also want to have the grass here. So place this picker over the grass, click here on Add, and you see now the list here has now 2 items here, the hair generator and the trees. Everything is yellow, but not absolutely everything. Here you see some green stuff left. This is the ground, and if you press the A key, you see you have now an additive matte for both of them. If you want to clear something out, you can do it completely with the clear button, or you can place the picker somewhere like we have done here over the grass, and you click here on remove, and only the trees are left. We can see the same here in the material. I bring this over, clear this out, and we go out of the alpha channel. You see the appearance here has changed a little bit because now these are my material assignments. So if you now go here, for example, to the tree, and I want to recolor, for example, here the trunks of my trees, they are too dark for me. I can now place the speaker here over a trunk. And if you now click add, you see I get now the material of this tree. And if you want to see it not only in the alpha channel, but as a complete output of this node here, you can go here and say matte only. And that's it. And now you see you also get the nice occlusions of all the leaves in front of here, the bark material. And now you can start working with this. If you only want to have informations, you can go here to advanced. You can show here the names of stuff which are here behind these mattes here. And if you know the name, you also can add the name here in the list by hand. So really, really useful. So we have our matte now. And now I go back here to my image number 1. This here is now the whole image. I take a color corrector. And now I want to change here only this. So I have to use here the mask input. And I hook here now my matte into the mask input. And now I can go here, for example, to the gain and change now here. Really easy. Only the appearance of here. The trunks. Yeah, and that's the use of Cryptomatte inside of Fusion and how to install this extremely useful tool, Reactor, inside of Fusion. I hope this helps you. My name is Helge Maus from pixeltrain. If you have more questions about visual effects, compositing inside of Nuke, Fusion, or After Effects, or you have questions about Houdini, Cinema 4D, or Maya, please drop me an email on info@pixeltrain.de. Thanks. Have fun.